I am Dev Thara. Once upon a time, a Brahmin was traveling through a city. He saw big palaces and wealthy people, but when he asked for some food, no one gave him anything. It was already afternoon and he was sad, thinking how unlucky I am in such big city. I couldn't even get a handful of food. I couldn't even find a little flour to make bread. A wise saint noticed him and said, Brahmin, you are asking for food from animals, not humans. Surprised, the Brahmin replied, What are you saying? I begged from people living in big mansions. The saint explained, No, those people are still living like animals based on their past lives. Some might have come from the womb of a lion, some from a dog, some from a deer, and some from a cow or buffalo. They have human bodies but haven't yet developed humanity within. Until they do, they won't understand the pain of others. You begged from animals, not humans. The Brahmin's face was filled with sorrow, his expressions conveying his disappointment. Siddha Purushas are rich in far-sightedness. The saint said, Look, Brahmin, I will give you this eyeglasses. Go, wear it, and ask for food when you actually see a human. Then see what happens. The Brahmin returned to where he had been before. Wearing the eyeglasses, he looked carefully and started thinking, Oh God, it's actually a dog, a cat, or even a monkey. Some have human like shapes, but they are behaving like animals. Even though they have human bodies, they lack human values. As he walked a little further, he saw a cobbler repairing shoes. Looking closely, he found humanity in him. Approaching the cobbler, the Brahmin said, Brother, your work may seem small, and I uphold the rituals and traditions of a Brahmin with great pride. But I am very hungry, and I won't eat from your hands. Still, I ask you for food because I see humanity in you. Tears welled up in the cobbler's eyes as he exclaimed, O Lord, are you hungry? My Lord, where have you been for so long? Saying this, the cobbler got up and rushed to the sweet shop with whatsoever coins he earned in the entire day. He said, Brother, please serve this hungry Brahman Dev with these money and offer him whatever you can. I'll be back soon. Saying this, the cobbler hurried home and brought a pair of shoes he had made with his own hands. He stood at the crossroads to sell them. The king of that kingdom was fond of shoes. That day he tried various shoes, but none pleased him. Neither the design nor the fit was right. After several unsuccessful attempts, the king became angry with the minister and said, If you bring a well made shoe this time, I will reward the maker. But if it is not right, I will punish you. By divine coincidence, the minister's attention fell on the cobbler standing as a genuine human being among animals. In him, he saw humanity blossoming, love in his eyes, compassion in his heart, and a touch of Brahminical influence. The minister took the shoe from the cobbler and brought it to the king. The shoe fit perfectly, as if it were made specifically for the king. The king said, I am wearing such shoes for the first time. Who made these shoes? The minister replied, Your Majesty, the cobbler is standing outside. The cobbler was called, and the king was also amazed by his humanity. He said, The shoe usually costs 5 rupees, but this one is worth 500. But I will give you 1000 rupees to you, as I am very happy. The cobbler said, Your Majesty, please wait a moment. This shoe is not mine. I will bring the real owner. The cobbler went and with humility brought the Brahmin to the king. He said, Your Majesty, this shoe belongs to him. The king was astonished and asked, How can a Brahmin make shoes? When the king asked the Brahmin, he replied, I am indeed a Brahmin. I did not make this shoe. I am on a journey to arrange some food. The king further inquired, When did the cobbler sell these shoes to you? The cobbler explained, Your Majesty, I had resolved in my mind that whatever money I receive for the shoes, that money would belong to this Brahmin. When the money belonged to him, how could I touch it? Even if I received 5 rupees, it would be his, and now I am getting 1000 rupees, which still belongs to him. If I were to take it, I might fall into dishonesty. That's why I brought him here. The king, amazed, asked the Brahmin, How did you meet the cobbler? The Brahmin narrated, Your Majesty, I met him while looking for food with the help of the magic eyeglass which shows who is actually human in your kingdom. I saw many animals and creatures, but true humanity was evident in this cobbler. Fascinated, the king wanted to see through those eyeglasses and was surprised to see animals at his court. When he looked at himself, he saw a lion. Realizing this, he exclaimed, I am the king of the jungle sitting among these animals. How can I be a king? He then understood the true nature of his existence. The Brahmin continued, Without the eyeglass, one can still see humanity through judgment. By observing others, we can distinguish their true nature. If someone works hard but claims another rights, they may be similar to a snake which seizes rights through force. Now, even without the eyeglass, the lens of a judgment can work. By observing others and ourselves, we can understand whether we are driven by animal instincts or if true humanity exists within us. If animal instincts persist, they can be transformed into humanity. This transformation is possible when we value our time. When humanity arises, every moment becomes meaningful. Just as animals waste their time, so do those with animalistic traits. Therefore, remove the animalistic traits within and cultivate human virtues. Then, instead of relying on the lens of a sage, our own judgment will guide us, and we will find the path to the enlightenment through good company. Tulsidas ji had once said, बिगड़ी जन्म अनेक की सुधरे अब और आजू तुलसी होई राम को राम भज तज को समाजू. It means he who is completely complete in humanity is called a human. We all have to say Radhe Radhe.